number one station. It's Jesse Radio. We are live on TV. It's Jesse Radio, the gospel station in America. We are here to serve you, serve you, serve you, serve you better. Your number one platform, all your business and your commercials. We serve you better. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We serve you better. Your number one gospel station. We are here. We got too close to heaven. King Jesse Radio, you can't stop us now. King Jesse Radio and TV. I beg what now say. Watch your drink some no. Oh, Bessani. Mathieu, Tanya Beya, Mensumatin Sama Kosua, Mamma Su, Medima Fidiana Kotu, Kings Jesse Radio, the Padan Senti, Mediato, King Jesse TV, so a honor Memuno Seb, Asamaya Kanyina, Yano Pari Todo, say a politics, Katoya was a church, some of the fair. Oban Homading, and in your mind is a grato. Seba o mind, some soa, Yakukom Yamia Cordia, the Ecoso, the Passitamu, Wabrabomu, and in the Echo, in the Ebo. Our Samu, a Jumasam, a Paya Uba Fasua, Ubedi, Anopa, drive time show, and the rain so you even drive. Now we can digest so. Yeah, the Bema every weekend. Say a bad Namia Samsua, Yatujuma Diabidi, Shamu Didia, Pasia de Numurabia, Sajuma Dia, Yadeshisasuo. Yamaka, what you Madia, so I drink you right. You're ready to comment. Kids, just radio and TV. We are here to serve you better. Together, we can build. What a football. Kings Jesse TV, Kings Jesse Radio, it's a show. Kings Jesse Radio, Kings Jesse TV, yeah, mama trust you. Yaba, and Numpa, and Sampanya Tinkapa, Yaba, and Futu, and you don't want it, Manchester, Yaba, and Piper, and Radiasa, Yamino, Yaba, Yabamo, Adamusam, Yasin, Yaba, Abukansi, transport, life commentary, Yaba, politics, Emusam, and Yahisam, Yaba, Sapania Sofama, Yaba, and the Baba Show, Yaba, your home, and you're singing up. Just sit right and don't think it's just sit down for your life, real life, just sit right, just sit TV, real life. Come on, let's go. Just sit right, just sit TV, real life. Everybody, just sit right, tell a friend, just tell a friend.
And to show you the actual itinerary and how.
So what's the latest?
Yeah, thank you, Paul. So regarding the two suspicious flights from Gran Canaria, a matter which has been in the news, we are going to do evidence-based presentation to dispute the false claims by Kwache Fosu, and to show you the actual itinerary and how the movements of the suspected goods, how it took.
So Pastor Fosu talked about two scenarios. One plane comes, is faulty. Another plane comes, delivers the parts that takes up what was in the first plane, goes away. Another air-made plane comes, develops a fault. Another one comes. So he has showed us videos of the first one, and then the second one he showed us the tires being repaired. So what do you have?
So let's go to the first one. Air-made flight N823 AM.
Okay, so that's
the first one. So
N823 AM.
That's the air-made flight, an air ambulance.
Can anyone watching this video also go to the same site?
Yes, FlightAware. Just go to FlightAware. Is a platform globally that tracks the itinerary and the flight activities of every flight. So you can come along with us.
All right. So where are we?
So now we're here on the air ambulance, air-made flights N823 AM. First landed from Gran Canaria.
Okay. So this column shows where it came from.
So this is where it came from.
Gran Canaria.
And the time it took
International Airport.
The time it took
04:59 AM and then landed at 9:02 GMT Kotoka. On what date?
Exactly 20th March.
20th of March. Okay. This conforms with what Felix said anyway.
Absolutely. Right. So this is a flight that stayed on for 5 days. Yes. Whatever it may probably allegedly waiting for to carry away or bring it.
This is the air ambulance type.
This is air ambulance.
Okay, it came here on 20th and stayed for 5 days.
5 days.
Okay.
And then left Kotoka International Airport 1 a.m. to Gran Canaria and arrived Gran Canaria 5.
So it came from Gran Canaria of the island of Spain.
Yes.
And then left to the same place.
Absolutely.
This is the airmed.
Okay. And this is the airmed. Same airmed. Felix says that was going somewhere. And we only arrived in Ghana for a rest stop and developed faults. And
Felix said he's arrived in Ghana.
It arrived in Ghana.
Says he's arrived in Ghana.
And it developed faults.
Felix said he went back to Europe. Is that what I said?
Yes, Felix says that it went back to Europe.
And it did go back to Europe, isn't it?
Absolutely.
All right.
But he said that it was going somewhere. And then it developed faults, and when it was fixed, it didn't go where it was going, but it went back to Gran Canaria. So you are suggesting to us that it wasn't going anywhere. It was coming from Gran Canaria to Ghana and going back to Gran Canaria. Absolutely. So any suggestion that it was on its way, something is not correct. And we're going to show you the next part, the next piece of the evidence will be the activity log on the maintenance history of this same air flight to expose Felix on the so-called maintenance, the tire that says had to be replaced, the oil, and everything he said was repaired on this. We will show in the activity log for Ghanaians to see what happened on this. So next, what are we seeing? So the next one, we're going to the airmed flight 864 AM, which supposedly according to this is an air ambulance. It's not easy to put the same air ambulance. Absolutely. So this is the second one that came. This is the second one that Kwache Fosu claims came to bring parts. Yes, he said that. But mind you, it is an air ambulance. It's not supposed to carry cargo. Okay, let's look at the log. Let's look at the itinerary. So the itinerary. So 22nd of March, they're going to pick it up. Can you put the yellow on there? Yeah, there they have it. It's over here. Yeah. So the 2nd of March, Gran Canaria against that the second plane also came from Gran Canaria. Oh, okay. To Kotoka International Airport. So straight from Gran Canaria to Kotoka International Airport, but leaving at 1:32 a.m. that time, European time, and then arriving at 5:54 a.m. GMT. Yes. Okay. But you see, the aircraft hub is not in Gran Canaria. So if they really wanted to bring parts to fix this broken aircraft, they couldn't have brought it from Gran Canaria. I don't understand that. See, every airline has their air hub. So like British Airways hub is in London. Absolutely. This airmed, their aircraft hub is in America. So their home is not Gran Canaria. No, they don't even have any air hub around aircraft hub around Gran Canaria or anywhere in Africa. Okay, so if they really had something to bring, they would have brought it from USA straight to the spot where they need to deliver that part. But again, it is so it couldn't have come from Gran Canaria to deliver ties and parts and gear, because I will even show you the picture of this particular airline and the fact that it doesn't even have cargo compartment. But let's stay on the history.
let's stay on the history.
Okay, there's a photograph here.
Okay, so we'll go back to the history. But this is a photograph. So this is the same as the NA2AM. It's the same. The
same design. But this is not the same plane.
Absolutely. The M-Med series, the N series, like the NA23AM, they are the same mode. All the N series are the same.
So
mode.
what's the point?
So if they had a compartment, a cargo compartment, it would have been here. This is the engine. So the engine would have been shifted this way so that you would have seen a compartment door somewhere here, showing that you can open, just as we have a door here. You would have seen a cargo compartment here where you would open and put those ties and whatever.
So the luggages of the passengers, where did they put it?
So this is not a passenger. This is just for ambulance.
So if somebody is unwell, where do they put it?
So it is just designed to carry patients. So you carry them on the stretcher and then they put them in here. And so if there's any tie, supposedly,
but if there's luggage, passenger luggage, where does it go? Because the patient may go with doctors, nurses, somebody else.
So there's no compartment. So they put it somewhere
inside.
Yes, in the
so it doesn't take heavy luggage. It cannot take heavy luggage.
It cannot take heavy.
Right. Okay.
And so there's no compartment showing here that they put those ties in there. And if Kwache Fosu claims and maintains that they carry that flight, they carry the ties and the parts inside this aircraft, it's violation of the federal laws. And by this, Kwache Fosu is indicting the airline, and they can face possible prosecution for violation. But you're not supposed to carry ties inside, only patients. So let's go on.
Let's see whether you can convince us. This one is 50-50, but let's go on. Okay, what next?
So the next one, there's even suspicion on this same flight. Let's check. From Gran Canaria comes to Kotoka International Airport, same 22nd March. On that same 22nd March, he leaves Kotoka International Airport to Luanda in Angola.
Just near Luanda.
Yes.
Where is near Luanda?
It's in Angola.
A place called near Luanda.
That's how they've configured it.
No, say that again. So the plane that came to Accra
on 22nd,
the same day,
left Kotoka.
That was not part of Kwache Fosu's briefing.
It wasn't. He said Kwache Fosu says that they came on 22nd and stayed on the 25th.
That's what he said, yes. But you are saying that, are you sure?
Oh, yes. So that's what we're saying. So
anybody can check this.
Anybody can check it. And from there, they came again to 4 de February. Hold
on. So Kotoka International Airport, same day, goes to near Luanda. It leaves at 7:26 a.m.
Absolutely.
Last seen is 11:51 a.m.
That's it.
At the near Luanda place.
That's it. From there, the same day, so it did a lot of rounds. And in the same day, it went to 4 de Fevereiro in Angola.
No, is it?
It left, yes.
Where is that?
So this is 4 de Fevereiro.
4 is here. 4 de Fevereiro.
Yeah.
And then let's be clear what we are looking at.
So this one. 4 de Fevereiro.
Yes.
In Angola.
It's in Angola?
Yes. So it left for the Lanceria. And then from Lanceria, the next day, which is 23rd, left Lanceria to the same 4 de Fevereiro. So you could see the back of it.
That's interesting. So from Accra, from Canary Island to Kotoka to near Luanda to Lanceria and then to 4 de Fevereiro. Same plane.
Absolutely. And from 4 de Fevereiro back to Kotoka on 24th March.
Oh, wow.
All this history contradicts what Kwache Fosu puts out there. And on
I'm confused. Kwache Fosu says the plane comes on 20th and it's here till 25th because it developed a fault and then another plane comes. You are suggesting to us that that's untrue.
No, that's not true. And he can play his voice.
If it's time to play his voice, it's your time to play it. If it's time to play it,
let's hear it. He can play his voice and we hear his assertion on the N864.
Whilst it was landing in Ghana, it developed a tire burst and some difficulty with its landing gear, and therefore needed to remain here to be serviced. So another aircraft with registration number N864 arrived on 22nd March with tires and flight engineers from Luanda to replace the damaged tires of the aircraft. Now, once this was fixed, it departed the Kotoka International Airport on 25th March.
It doesn't tell us is that it didn't stay from 20th to 25th. No, when he says he had a technical issue, it may not be true because it moved.
So Paul, the AirMed 823 AM is the one that, according to Kwachi Ofusu, had faults, which arrived on 20th March.
Yes.
And was waiting for this new one to bring parts, which I'm disputing that they couldn't have brought parts. It was not designed for
that's okay, but then that he says stayed and you say it didn't stay.
That's this one, M864. It says that it arrived from Rwanda on 22nd March. What is false? It arrived from Gran Canaria on 22nd March. No Rwanda. It arrived from Gran Canaria, the same Gran Canaria, straight to Kotoka International Airport. It took off 1:32 a.m. from Gran Canaria, arrived at Kotoka 5:44,
and took off again.
To
Rwanda. Same day.
Yes, same day.
The plane that he said had developed faults and couldn't move.
No, you are saying that is not that one is still. So there are two of them. The M823 and N823 AM is the one he claims was faulty and was here.
Okay, so according to your fact, the one that was faulty was here for 5 days.
It was here for that.
Yeah, we need to clarify because I was thinking you said it moved.
No, that one was here.
It was here for 5 days.
Yes.
Okay, which one moved?
So the one that he claims brought cargo, which couldn't have brought cargo because it hasn't have any cargo.
Well, that's the one you said didn't come from Rwanda.
It didn't come from Rwanda.
Oh, the second one.
Yes, it came straight from Gran Canaria.
The second one came from Gran Canaria.
It didn't come from Rwanda.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then
I get it.
And then
let's clarify. One plane, AirMed came. He said developed faults and remained here for 5 days.
Yes.
According to your information, it did remain for 5 days.
5 days.
So Patrick Fosu is right on that one.
But it is wrong.
When he says a second one came in from Rwanda to bring parts.
Absolutely.
That's the one you are challenging.
That's the one I'm challenging.
That it didn't come from Rwanda.
It didn't come from Rwanda. It came from Gran Canaria.
Okay.
And then it didn't stay here till the 25th of March that he claimed.
No, the 25th is the first plane.
No, he also claimed that this same
second one also stays the 25th.
Absolutely. And then that's the movement. So you can see from.
But you say that one left Ghana the same day.
He left the same day to Rwanda and then back to Kwatro de February, which is another airport in Angola, and then to Lanseria the next day, which is 23rd March, from Lanseria back to the February, and then to Kotoka International Airport. It came here 23rd March again.
So it came here twice?
Came here twice.
The same plane?
The same plane came here twice.
In a matter of 3-4 days?
Absolutely. And then stayed here, and then the same 24, on the next day, 24th, it left to Gran Canaria.
Oh, this is interesting. So the second plane that the Felix Kwachi Fosu says came and delivered parts and left on the 25th, did not. It came here, you don't know whether it delivered parts or not. You are challenging
whatever it brought. Whatever Kwachi Fosu claims it brought couldn't have been ties. That also calls for interrogation. Whatever he claims it brought couldn't have been ties. Couldn't have been parts. And there's going to be a second part which will follow shortly, which is going to detail the maintenance history. We call it activity log. We're going to display that also to dispute the so-called faults that he claimed were on the N823. We will open it up just like we have opened. And
so you can see the maintenance culture, and we will see. And if you see that there's no maintenance in Accra, then we're in trouble.
We will fact check it according to the first.
Okay, so where we are, what Felix Kwachi Fosu has to answer is that we are finding out that the second plane that came, perhaps came to Ghana, left Ghana, and came back to Ghana. And when left Ghana, went to Luanda and went to Tanzania and went to Kwatro de February and
then came back to Kotoka.
Wow. And then after Kotoka,
to Gran Canaria.
But and then the other one, the original one, also left on 25th to Gran Canaria.
Absolutely.
What is your suspicion then?
So this flight also, whatever it brought, since it is not, it couldn't be cargo, it couldn't be parts, even the plane has no capacity
and no licensing and design to carry parts.
It's by regulation, it cannot carry parts, it cannot carry tires or gears or anything. And so if Kwacho Fosu still stands by that, it's in violation of federal law.
But if they cannot carry ties, how can they carry the things you allegedly carry?
Yeah, but those things are carried illicitly. So if those things are carried, they carry them on a stretcher, like a stretcher. That's how it's packaged, and then it would have been put inside.
Cash and drugs.
Allegedly.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on.
So, back onto.
So we're going to the other plane. Is it? Are we going with?
Yes. So now let's go to the cover.
Okay. Yes, the other one. That's the one I like. It's a big, nice plane, orange and blue.
Absolutely. But I want us to hear from Felix what he said about cover.
Let's hear what Felix Kwacho said about the second set of plane. The Kavak. Is that what it's called? Kavak Antonov. Let's hear what
the CVK 7037. But let us hear the voice of.
Let's hear what he said about it.
The first one is an Antonov flight 12BK with registration number CVK 7037. Now this flight essentially is a cargo plane which arrived on the 12th of March 2025. Now the purpose for arriving in Ghana was what we call a technical stop. Essentially, there was a cargo flight that was destined for the European Union market. And European Union regulations dictate that some specific regulatory requirements be met before any plane of that sort can enter the EU. Now this plane originated from Luanda in Angola. It was loaded with oil drill equipment and lubricant oil which were contained in jerrycans. It was headed for the EU market. Now, Luanda does not have the certification to carry out the sort of requirements that this plane had to meet before entering the EU market. The Suez Cargo facility at the Kodoka International Airport has that certification, and they can do that kind of scanning.
Okay, so what's your dispute on that?
So, whatever this video is, I will prove to you is a video scene, is a movie scene. This plane is not the CVK 7037.
I don't understand that.
This is another Kavok Air which is currently in Ghana and which they carried. It is all staged.
I don't understand it.
It is all staged because
the 70 that we saw,
yes,
which has purportedly departed from Ghana.
It's not.
It hasn't departed.
No.
It's here.
The 7037 he was talking about, it never even came here at all. So which video is this?
No, what are you saying?
For the past 3 months, there has been no activity on the so-called 7037.
How do we know that?
So let's check.
Okay, put it in. That's it. They put it in. Okay. Let's go to the. Let's go.
So according to Kwacho Fosu, this Kavok Air CVK 7037 arrived, according to him, they arrived on 12th
of March. Yes.
So let's check activity. Show fly between 12th of March and purportedly leaving 25th March. Okay. Let us show.
Okay. So let's do that. So that's a calendar.
Yes.
So they go to 12th of March. Correct. Okay. And then they go to
purportedly departing 25th March.
25th of March.
And see if you see any activity on it.
Okay, so let's see. Clicks. What does it say?
And viewers can come along with us.
Yeah, try it. Yeah, viewers are looking at it. So what does it say? What's the information?
No history data in the last 3 months.
Can viewers read this, producer? No history data searched last 3 months. That is the number of the plane. No history data.
Yes.
So why do you say it's in Ghana if there's no history data?
So there's another type of this currently in Ghana. Yes, there's another type. This 7037 hasn't been in Ghana.
Maybe you got the number wrong. Maybe it's the same type of plane, but they got the number wrong.
It says that there were 2 planes. One came, developed for,
yes,
and another had to come.
Yes,
and bring parts.
So which one are we searching? The one that came or the one that had to come?
So the one that, both of them, this first one that he said came and they didn't have certification. And yes, and so
certification.
He came from Angola. He had certification there and had to go to Ghana before it gets the certification to Europe.
But whilst he was in Ghana, developed the fault.
And whilst in Ghana developed the fault, there are two falsehoods I must dispel. The first one is that one, it never came to Ghana because there's no history on it. The last 3 months, the last scene of this flight is December 18th, 2024. That was the last activity we have seen. It's at a time. Let me just confirm which country. But you can even check it right here.
So what are you saying here? And the last time what we have, you can cross-check.
Yes, you can. The last time was from Malaga, Spain to Cairo, Egypt, in 2024, December 18, 2024. From Spain to Egypt.
That's the last journey. The last activity on his record.
That's the last activity.
It hasn't come to Ghana.
It hasn't come to Ghana. But the last that ended in Africa was in Egypt. From Spain to Egypt, December 18th, 2024. So let us check the second flight. That was the replacement.
Yes.
Let us check.
Yes. Please put the number up. So that's
CVA 7007.
7007.
But we even want to hear confirmation from
here. Now let's do this. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
People can always check the press conference. So this one was the view more flight history. That's where we're going. Okay.
Yes.
So what dates did he say, and what are you putting in?
So he says that these flights. Let me just. Yeah, let's press.
So we're trying to get the flight dates and the details for viewers, so we can look at it. It's getting very interesting, isn't it? But
so,
okay, do you have it?
Yeah. So this flight came here on the 15th of March, and you can cross-check what he says arrived here.
What did he say? You just tell us.
So we just cross-check.
Should we listen? Let's listen. Okay, let's listen to Felix on this one. The time the flights came in. If you have the video, let's play. Listen to the government's information minister.
Whilst here, it developed an engine blade fault. For that reason, a replacement aircraft, URCEZ, with registration number CBK 7007, was brought in to evacuate the cargo.
So he says he came here.
Yes, so that's what he said. He came here.
Yes. Yeah, so that one indeed arrived here 15th of March from Harare International Airport to Kotoka.
Oh, it didn't come from Luanda?
No, it didn't come from
Harare, Zimbabwe.
Harare, Zimbabwe.
Harare, Zimbabwe was never mentioned in anything that Felix said.
It has never come up anywhere.
But he has never said it. But this is the record?
Absolutely, that's the record. CVK 7007. That is it. And now, till now, this flight is still in Ghana.
Oh, that's interesting.
This flight hasn't left.
This plane is still in Accra.
This plane is still in Accra.
So I'm guessing that's the plane for which they filmed.
So that is a film. That is the scene for their staged evidence.
So this is the plane that was filmed. So this is still in Ghana.
This is the cargo air that is still in Ghana. And then I dare Civil Aviation Authority and Ghana Airport to produce it. They should check all the handles. It is there, hasn't left. The records are here. This is flight aware. Hasn't left anywhere. So they went onto that flight. You see, when you see that video, you could see clearly a stage thing because which
was concerned about who filmed it.
Yes.
Why did they film it?
In normal practice, you've been the board chair of Ghana Airports Company. You know the practices at aviation. When an airline lands and the weather is coming for maintenance or is coming to replace, do we have this whole thing filming, or do they have some intelligence that something was going to happen for which all of them assembled, like over a dozen of inspectors, like 20 inspectors, you saw them in the video wearing their jacket vests, and then to stage that they came and inspected it because and then they filmed it. Is it a standard practice that you film planes that are arriving as replacement? So if that video was true, so whatever it is, my conclusion is that this is the same flight which is still here. So national security, Ghana Airport, civil aviation, let us have this checked, and then flight aware will not lie. You're asking for evidence. That is it.
If you're a member of parliament, you can put an urgent question for the minister for transport, minister for defense, and then they can answer.
We will go the full hole. You see, everything we have, from the way I've been sequencing it, I drop it piece by piece, but the whole fact is together. But it's sequenced. And right here on your platform, we're going to unravel it all, the dead me for evidence. And that is the path we're going to go.
So you're going to come back with us with the
maintenance activity to
confirm whether the plane was maintained here.
Whether have any
but anytime there's a maintenance, is locked.
It is locked because if you're a pilot, if you go down to the flight, the first thing you check is the activity log to check the maintenance history. When the last time was fixed, whether the time was changed, the date, where it was done, the gear, the oil change, you will see everything. Right. And Ghanaians will be shocked.
Okay, Reverend, we'll leave it here for now. We'll leave it here.
Ebuzia Maminchia muna mema mwajo mema mwaha na mema mwakwaba amfamra jumedie so Kens Jersey Radio and TV yada ewrade asese wasande akwaba amenim se ho ye pa ende na yeso ye ho ye obo ade ada romanti ye ho ye ene emre ye betua anapa no nkomo no so say there are twists and turns you see owura aye Rev Ntim Fordjour owa kukuduro pa na aeroplane na yehu se wonomo ehihye wonomo esiesie no honestly speaking or say a staged almost flight no yewra fella scratch over so say flight in develop fault mbese sa tie nti o twa ba na omo ye hu adwuma o pese o kire say that was adwuma no mo yin say eba flash na we yi call papa yi kire no say even that flight no come enye no a fake almost stage ye ti say there MPP aban so wonomo say yakofa train bi fi Poland aba na omo ko trial na omo fans and drive bi ankona nso allegedly omo so bi akọ truck pickup truck train kwansa train na konum na omo video bi atwa picture bi dia bato say train na quarters na say enti se sana asemi dia and na MPP ni NDC omode omano ne omam timemfo na dwen edi agora chepa omumfa ya nyehwe omunim ade bia wonom beye at every point in time to lure our minds ebe yi ya dwen fi nneoma bi ahia so you see now? Now it baffles my mind say Papa ni jina di ojino upon all the insult on him made the propaganda ni bo wa emu oduru ewie me friend no ne de nkomo na me pese nka ye ba na ose baby owo no nti osram ya me de ye nhihye is willing to talk to me na yetimi edi hu nkomo yie na msi okemate se waye na dwense omampanin John Dramani Mahama enuama pa we fiase ene ebi a omo ache propaganda ejuma no ama omo ho na obi a fa different sector ino ono ne sector ne aviation sector dia ene wa hyeda be plot dia papa na so be ye hye na mom misusun so se emaye mfa nneoma tra keke dabi emaye mfa nneoma tra keke na enjanse bia enye na ba na ewo so nti ono so wa hyeda ena obedien ye bribi just to defame the government no so dia yen hwe asam so na yen kan yie eno ansana yehu efise di oman yi kwei ayehu nsu amanchirimba enti ewimrei enkomo ayebedi no ebi eno no se wutie Felix Kwachi Ofosu a obo flight no time ebedru ye pre edifri ha papa suba no wa counter se mpo flight no kase ebedru ano sa flight no kra de ma krom ha for the last 30 days for the last 3 months sa airline no kan kra ma krom ha me concern ne say if that is the case there, why must a government spokesperson come out to lie to the good people of Ghana? He is finding a way to address the issue. If Honorable Ntim Fordjour etwantrodia na se ye pania ye ni biribidia and ye edie na abase sise die wo be ka no kura wo ma kire omanfo na wo nso nsam enenenam baabi ansa na ekosi bibi so. That is where my argument is coming from. I don't say Ntim Fordjour was right. As a matter of fact, I want to support if the government is willing to push him to bring evidence. So what kind of try to work a cano? So what kind of track a kadia? And then Cabana soon to nudge him, so what kind of track a ke? But for you to come and stage a press conference in the name of the president, government, dear, and you're no kind of here, into the Edrubia, Moma security for no Ghana Aviation Authority, military phone take over. No mun continue with the investigation. He has also said flight no mana papa na boy no flight no can cross flight 3 months and ba Ghana da. Ba konso kan efi Rwanda no mu check ya flight no enfi Rwanda na ba ha. Enti nsam na Kwachi Ofosu de ba address to tell us the truth say papa etwanto. Ono so ne de no ntro ana say ensisi so. This is where my problem lies. This is where my problem lies. So, Oga, it no be anything. It no be anything. Oh, this is what we have to think about because enyoma bi nsisi so. Enyoma bi nsisi so. But I suppose, sir, they should make sure, sir, samna wakano enye for propaganda. Se muja na tra keke. Na se mwa pushini mwa amfa evidence amba. Na se wentimi amfa bibia eye substantive. Ende na bibia mrana dano. Omonfa na mfa bibia. Osi ojina parliament procedure so. Eno de yes saadi oye. Na chese wehu bibia enda no kwem na ojina parliament nshishe so. Eno de sa accusation about bonten. Intimidate me feel say it is not too late. Na so man na ye wom no ye mpanimfo no kura no entimi nka no kura nkyere ye timemfo. They are not willing to tell us the truth about whatever is going on in the country. Then ye call ya nearby. This is my problem, oh. Ya tisikaso. So you come the yen. Alright, Bonnie Godfrey says, good morning, Pastor Abe. Mr. Safo, Dr. Joe, Abrewanana, Ifira, Mama Babs, Mama Georgina, and lovely family members. Dear Ube Cha. Good evening, Abe, Brother Joe, Abrewanana, Kwabrate Yatikasie, Ikweku, and everyone. Danny Man says, greetings, Abe. Georgina will say, good evening, Mr. Abe, thank you. Ken Polo Bakwame, good evening, Honorable ABK. Ose Kwame, Junior Despite, Alan Chamati for 2028, says, good evening, Abe, Makra Coach, Efirajo, Ochre, Tan, and Miss Juan. Producer Omega, Ohene Safo, Mama Rosemary Martin, Mama Baus, Mama Georgina Bafo, Oyuafa, Benedict, Franka Dane, Ikweku, and the rest. All right, now Oyuafa says, the other says, anything is possible in Ghana. Oyuafa says, greetings everyone on the platform. Ohima Equia, greetings Prophet Abe and all truth seekers online. Danny Man says, the Reverend is collaborating in his suspicion. Ofosu must come again. I am never impressed by Ofosu in most of his loudmouth presses. Biba Tano High family members. Until went na yana a dense yadi yahubeto politicians for no so. We can't trust them. We can't. Yentiminji womundi. We can't trust them. It's as simple as that. The power job may tram or one share and young queen.
Yamaniemu, that's what my name is. Yatisikasu, that's what we try to so. Yatisikasu, Yakokra,
all right, let's continue with the show. Hey, Neo Kana no Sunsum. Where have you been? If you are making one son of my starting program, no.
Me confirm the
Oh, okay.
Bibi oboko there.
Eradi adom na onso e.
Eradi na ehwe ana di nsu ni so nya o de fe kusku asi. Abe ma menchia tiefo ni ahwefo nyina na anopa no ebra me kire madwen wie ye no me hu se nuanom Frank ana ikwaku na omuse menchira ase no omonti ase na dia drew we no politics ye ka politics ya ahana politicians no omuda adi o politicians no ahana omuda adi say when we say Yera John Dramani Mahama oyi levy ne betting tax ne ewusie tax ne wan kro ne ba yi nyina wieye no anka no ne asem a e wo se ye kan na ye de access the government ne na ye hwe de eko na de enye no ya kan no ena ye papa wo sofo yi ebua pa kofa asem we abetum ekwan a omofa so edi distract yen ye to aba eyi wo mo se omo nkoye adwuma man yen no entoko hunu a emfa mpuntuo ma no eno no da bia omo ko ubo se we free ho a na foforo aba etu de opa yen fa starting free President Kofo ba yen no yehu se enema bi aye enubone edane konkonte ewo Ghana meboa sabre no NDC for enene ewo opposition etomu na leak information no anu President Kofo free ho no ana yewura atamis baaye oni yewura John Dramani Mahama ana contaminated oil enu so ebayiraye enu hwanum ne hu ya omu leak information no na ye opposition MPP Nana Kufuor Dubai umi abai contaminating oil no ebi yira saa enu so hifo na kofa leakage na secret ni baaye na ye NDC for ebra Nana Kufuor ti aban mu okofo elupura na okuza to agbrakwa na wodi aba okoyese ya no odi aba eti ayade a omude ye wo mu na amaye no a ye ye omanfo no na ye ko enema a omude ye omu business ya ye emfa ye ho eno ho na ye be ko ye be say adaje no ma twia dwea fi ya ba ye to ye responsibilities ya ese ye hold accountability ese ye hold amom ye adwuma man ye so man mado na political gurus no a ewo mu no se MPP ba omo ye omadwuma anything ye hu sa de we continuous no anything na asema me pesa me kan say Ntim Fordjour only evidence because asem no nya na start MPP ni NDC ade amoya no anything media make say only evidence eni nyina so because e wo nyina so a enka o de beba o meka so obi na aka kire wo na so obi na aka kire wa adenti na on tender information ni security no mo nya hwehwemu
enkochi ade no
yeah
press conference say mama tip off takra de kwan so cocaine yakochi na de na we de wantimi ama tip off ama man kochi na kwa press conference ekokan ne yesifa enyina so bra o se atesam na woteye na emu udidi ye mfato ho se takra de kwan so de no mo na mama tip off ye kwa na yampa eso adwuma amudi ya no na ye adwuma amoye ye wiase asikafo adwuma o sa adwuma no hwe emre wo ho se wo a wo ba fa ne bebre no aye be che wo no wo ye mfa unto prison o ye ma house arrest because udi sika ba o man no aban na je be ton wanye sika Nemo wo a wo ton nketenkete no wo de se wo de no wo de se nipa efiri se wona wo use no woni eho ahoden a ode beto ho aduane adi anom ho nsa adidi eho aduane eti ebese wom nemo asikafo pa na wo wiase no omaduane o mudi no enti ne amon percent nkoda na mbrantoafo bi edi saa wo maduane no bedi agro no eti yan Ghana for de yan maburu no ade a me pese ye twen adwen sisu no enye saa business we ya efiri ya de ma preso no omo ye no krono no omo boye ni nyina ko wie se omo ankasa na omo ye politicians no omo ne wo mo ho secret na me review amamu se maburu no ye ho baba ye ho so ne ye tu anamo bi a ebema yen na ye betimi agye mpanimfo no kura free sa konu ya nase efiri se ekwan ye omo fa so a omo di wi ade eno ekowie kire se ekoye duabo eti ekoye yade de mawom sika no edron kwa no omo de to etu okura no omumpe nanso so obi na kuta wo mumu eno na meka se wona wo bedi yeso no omaya real ede eja wo manum no mo nananom no ma wonto ato so se ye de se mbame ye fa ahudie pa wo ye dwapade ho ame yeso ya be sikafo de ene ye tofi akwa na no na nya wase bibi ahu brato ho no ni bra no aso eninti oma womo akoketi ade bi a efere social media ana information aye common ana wiase nyina ya be for global village eti de ekoso White House ekoso Ghana ekoso Togo Bia Britain Germany wherever ni nyina information ekuta wo phone awo so no so e depend unipa na wo kuta phone no ade a wo pese wo di phone no sua ene niam a wo pese wo di phone no hu ena abehu ene nti yen a ewiasre de ekodo da yakoma so na yenso ye prese yenso ye man no enso ebehu no wo se wo no so ye nipa enti ese ye si ye man no na ye katra mo se ye no a ye maburu no ade a ye betimi aye de agi ye mpanimfo no amoma ye emra papa ene se ye be demonstration oye tere fisa no na abrofo no edi democracy ba ye Ghana ya ji atumu a social media so am information so aye common yi ekwampa ye betimi afa so a ye beko a ye de no anya tuo anya sekan efise ye de nyame ayadom ya ji democracy na tum democracy ni so ade a ye de pray agi ye ho anase ye right ye pe say ya to aba no ye tumi na ekuta ye no ade a ye timidi exercise tumi no etre wona ya soma won no ene say wa ya sobrate won tie de ye ka no Oman no said the say ye beto to no wontimi ntoto oman no ye jopade a ye wo a ese say anka yen omanfo no ye tinka ese ye jopade no eno na hwe yen enti ebe ye fe ho so oman no ye jopade no nso obroni di asisie etintim ye mpanimfo ye to abai eyi wo no nsa akoye krata bi say wono wa ye krata ama ye de saa dwapade no ama ne se wono de wotimitu na asase ne de ahemfo dia na asase no a ahemfo no dia no na adwapade no wa asase no mu no dan ana wo de utimitra asase no na ukofa dwapade na wa asase no mu no asase no nya no ana dwapade no wom na ye den na adwapade no de aban ne dia a obroni ana etu na asase no a ye dia na adwapade no wom de ye se wo hene dia ba asamo yi se wo ya baburu na wo ye Ghana ni na se sabre a ewo mu a wonyankopon ese ewiase nyina kambom na ya num asomdua bua na obi antna ne man mu a Trump nso abefo asasem yi so say sovereign country no the man we sovereign country na a good leader ene say wo man a wutimi hwa wo manfo omo suku sam omo dabrem omo akwan omo adwumayem omo sika asam wutimi tutu ni nyina ma manfo wo to wo no woni e frɛ wo sovereign country na wo man no so ye di sika na tutu sa na ma we nyina ana sika no so nyankopon ama ye bie ana mo abrofo yi ana mo ne ye parliamentarians ya sensan contract huro mutira bon no musuro munti wo ma di adopade ni nyina na mo fa na yen adopade ne ye dia ne ye bre etinye saa wo mo business na wo ye no eno enfa we mre eye individuals wona wo ria yi CG cables omo sha ase so mo ria anyene no ni nyina fi say adopade na be ma oman ni sika na oman na timi abono bra no obi tufa etu omo ade ombe ya ombe timi so dia sustain omo ho se politicians ere so omo so mbe wia eti krono no omo bo no a dia boda omo so ade yade no ha bra omo no kwa mo mpe o nanso yemma buru no ana ye mmerege eda Traore eba yewra John Dramani Mahama no gresi nase no so yewra abangbagbe abodi a odibo Burkina Faso fo o ka kire wiase nyina say Burkina Faso fo maburu de omo ya kokodurufo ewa adwunim ene hunamu anya sa na yewra abangbagbe wo de emrane odibo Burkina Faso fo no o de ka asama kire yen Ghana maburu no sese yenimu a yenhwe eti erukus and the police ni dia Traore eba Ghana na wa hana ni hwe ni to no alas me dia asem ka say mo amabe ya soldier for Britain mo amabe ya soldier for America ne mo amwo Ghana including sa small boy na wa hu Traore akoko dro wa dwunim ene hunamu a enu nti nyankopon ne nananum ka ne ho a watimi agina enkoden o siesie ne man no saa babunu no eye ne fede a omu nyina nsori na ye de ne de ye mfa okon efise ye age abato na tum na ye mfa demonstration empre na sifo nyina mo nko strike a driver fo nyina nko strike a police fo soldier fo nyina mo nko strike. Say enough is enough. We cannot continue to be a slave. And slave trade is not more exist. Why are we still slaves? Because we don't have accessibility for what belongs to us. Someone sits somewhere, dictate for us. It is time for us to rise. Oh, someone me person me chire mu de chire yi kwaku ene Frank ene wona wante anopa no me chire mu na se no say na e ko no politics no ye ban ho no ye ne enim niam a ye den ewom eni nti eduru ba bi na se eduru politics se ya ho no ye mu bi na sabi ye wo nim de ketua bi a yetimi tirem saa de ne de e course so nyenне na mo ma ye mfa ye focus enko ho eye saa won betwe adwene afri enienti a ye koto abama a won no eti mum ye nyina ye nsori aye demonstration o anua no broni de ene pre na de a me se ma Rome ho Vatican Rome adai yankasa nkosi da ban eti se ye Burkina Faso fo mena me se omo ye mmerima eya nimdifo ewa adwenem ene hunamu a ba abamba gben Speaker of Parliament kan ye no a Ghana fo mabunu mo ha manito de he trawore sa abodere so sa ye dai mantie babin asem no mo ma ye nso ye nyenam ewa adwenem ene hunamu na ye nsore ne nkasa Onyankopon wa magane fo nyansare nimdie pa ewo nwomasuam na mo nwomasuam no ame abaye nko because yesuro se yekoya baby ameti na bibi kosia na me ye ne dan eni timu me ntra musa eno yo kwadwofo kasa ayo hufo ekasa Nyankopon so se ahufo enya Nyankopon ahenie no makenkan revelation no mo kenkan tresam no da na so mo mfa mu asam nya dwuma mo de ma no huru ana kanfo Nyankopon so ye kokroko na ne kokroko sam ni tumi no edi ewo sabem preduasa ehefo mu enye nipa mu na dai Nyankopon kase ni kokroko no Nyankopon a woye okofo na okudi nkunim na woye osahene ono no odi nkunim a wonkum nanso woye nkunim difo saa nyame no ana tu mu ono na ntu wo kwa asole a wokobọ mpa yi efra nu sa won ma na homene so wo mu ne ho mpa na tu mu no enye na djuma na ma fa ahodie efisa no hunti ana ye na Awurade Kristo bebo afode no na so abafode na wiya ma ye fa ahodie a adenti na Ghana fo gusu gidi se ye nkoa empo honhom edi besi hunamani enkosi da bai aha ne emu biya ha no wo efise Awurade abie kwa ma ya kwa chichiri benchia atwapo afromepo afasere so ama odi ni nyina ya adanse ayo okasa katere yei se ntiye nsore ne enkoyanim na braso se ye de anotoatoa ani dwadie ani agenkire ene piri ye dwapade enye tuo ene sekan ne maba ene tibinua me da wase Nyankopon kan ho no nshirawo no atiefo nyina ne bambo no nye kese e ma yen na onkoso ala mie ya adwani anti asiem ni ehubina ayi na yen sole se mabunu minia yei
mo aya de na ma membisa we ye so de wa kan se ye game bi no mo play adwani we asa kokofu bobo no nti no mo no mo nim omo nsa wo mbi na nka ye Roman pani mahama abeya odi orafo abama orafo you can see say omu wurawura konesi bia Luton share no omu di akire pa and say isesi akura na mete say Nigeria ni na why covid levis no omogege airport no wono na ekono ya sisi yakoche no kura me bobo ho video
omu ntimi police for no kura ntimi nchini ya omo yere no akoye je ne ho akwai
aha na yewura kwachi ofosu na me de ha me kakra because level na ogina no press conference no obaye no ewiase ina ehwe no so at that particular time no hu ne say onye magana fo nko a asem we nso ya asem a flight na ya ka ho asem enye Ghana airline every baby na ba ye inti say some information ya kwei around it enye accurate. What do you think amana akano badwin ama yabanyo owoso no say your own spokesperson has staged a press conference even giving a very wrong information na obi aba counter. What do you say at the question mark asiapa na eba Ghana yempenimfo isu ene o man no democracy o
yo mini abe bedase na mu ne tie ne se yen afei na nyankopon aye yadom ama social media adawromanti information wenu nyina eba ama wona wo wachiri a wo men political for no aban no men wo no wo manya adamfo na wo men wo no social media adawroma na ye tini nyina na enye nene ekoso eti na me de sha ase firi ba bi ba ye no so ahifo na be sorry na yetimi ade sa ade treni atimi wo ni nyina ko be wie yen so ni nyina ko be wie yen so efi so mo de amoji adimguase wa aban mu no we be ka we na we aka we no enye ne o MPP ba the same NDC ba the same because omu ni animonyam e wa maman no mu eni no ona wo de how say bia animguase bi be ka aban no na ade na aban ifoyi dodo senya no modwe ye ho na afi na yewura John Dramani Mahama say wo kotena achi no wasakra wasesa enti afi de o di new style ba na new style ba no uji say ebetimi atu dada na gu preko pesa because cartel for no omwa na wo yi aniti na me kasa anka one party state and ebe Ghana for 20 years na ye di develop we are after ni about democracy because the quality of people no a ye do mo chechire man no Ghana ye ni bi sa o abe mamenka asem bi ntira o me say 1992 enipa call parliament no na busa o mo say na de afra na manyo o man chechire na o munim ana o munim na say Lawrence toto nsa frefre NDC for ebra dubu ahia man MPP anko parliament anko to abanama ya nyi MP for mo man parliament no Lawrence frefre we form 4 certificate there be yempe form 4 we secondary school form 5 liver o certificate we ni o betima MP we bo ho modern na wa hwe party no da sen ko sa na we dey power MP for the first time na yi team entakura na o ye baba no na yi Rollins ningo pram MP no o ye baba MPP for ye dey three NDC for sa time na so mu amoso mu ye nyansafo no mo tietie na mo sere say Rollins akofa baba for na dey o ma begu parliament na mo nso amoso mu ye nyansafo no ye kochira constitution ya manko ye ko parliament nso amoso mu nko mu benya ade di nso a krono na mo bo enti sankrofo we se me kasa na me kasa media Canada Japan ko ani nipa eya na me kasa na ma kambi say me kambi ama me wura John Dramani Mahama na ma tretene no na afi ya maburu no ya sole afa ye tumi akuta e de ama ba na ye de sese wo ye no ama wiase nyina hu no me kan na me de Canada Japan ba bata hu say Mahama adwen pa na adwen sakra wanyan say o kono de na chi maka na Japan a onu so betimi ahweso atoa so ama na kosa if say ye pe enipa sabe mpreduasa politics no mu no akronfo na ewu mu no onu de owia kra no a odi bi ye bi bua oman no oman ne da na koma so eti sa nipa no say oni mu papa 60% kra na Ghana jopade ye nya 60% ye sika ehira 60% ba oman ne wo mpo a ECG for kra omuni ama na enyira mpo a na sa krono no to betwa Ghana betimi atumpon oti ase eti ehura John Dramani say no na yes obekwa na wo say ye hwe ehona ama Canada Japan autopsy ewa MPP mu a Sanya Bone na Kufuado Pesa MPP ni protete a Kwame Nkrumah potu yabo ana aka wom na komo yiye musu obom na nka omo kwako yeda gadrig bi na nka omo dia Kennedy sap Japan sin chan anto abana mana me se abe kada no hu esa mebo kurum ya no me se me wi bi ache na da no kan ba King Jesse Radio and TV no wa hu some friends Hennessy kakaka na me de ba ho no so man to abana manu asa da no sa Hennessy ni bi ne mekwa akoto ma wi abro papa bose sa fe na Ghana adi nkunim nanka Ghana enye one party state say ye be fa Ghana nyansafo ni nimdifo no edo ma chechiro man because party ni mienu nyina ni nipa o edu ba bi kwa obutimi kopo obi cha so ma ye MP wa ha ma ye Ubako MC be no one in left and right cry. Or no one ma dia friend amanyo. But to party nti ya de na koto because we campaign o ko na makurase. But oni ma dia friend amanyo, oni ma dia friend man chechire. Ni tumi we ya we ko challenge Bruni. Enti saafo no bi no ana ye de ji o man ni si ho. Omo hwehwa ana Bruni so mu say ye ni saafo no dodo. So what team na bi kwa ha ye ntimi nka ye hu mum empre de ye de ada eninti eda no chada enipa bi beka say one party state in there yempe na bedi akobeba na me so hwe me we ye campaign ma bedi akome so bi ye bi man pa nyina so am de ye man no say ye pese politicians MPP ni NDC hu say ye maburu no matter how omo be ye omo ho no ye nso ebetimi asore de aba na party ni enu no nya Ghana for party abrofofo ni omo dia enti omo no omo de omo tumi sase control yisi control we say we uniform enti kana na kwa me bedi akokoto aba na wanto ama no me so mbegu animu asesa na sa MPP ni NDC ni musuban tie enti ahoɔden nyina kuta yɛn mamu ano yɛn maburu no maka secret we nyina de akyerɛ mo enti nya press conference ya we akwaye no ogu na Ghana no woni monyam bi wo man bi ana ya sɛ ya me ho de sɛ Ghana no woni monyam bi wo ɛyɛ pepa so omu hu ano mo hwɛ odi omu sɛ akwa we de no ho te kakra na hu blacks ya omo wa no nkwase asem nyina omo na edi ye wo pa na ye wo benyi na wadwene nya adwuma hwe enti sa wo kon no a ye mu binum nyankopon ne nananom badia atu ye nu a ye ka ne perepere sa no sa enye nsam keto na ye ka no King Jesse Radio and TV ha wo sa wo prefer hu dia wo de subscribe na share na like na ma comment asembia ye kan wa ha bia efiri ho ye de asoma me soma ne de asoma me enti minsuro ana asam no so eye nokore enti enipa bia so nokore honhom atinimu enti sa asam na nokore ne koka nokore honhom na eti sa pani nimu no a so ye wudi fo mpo a asam ne kano ma ne tenase biem enti se wo odi ogira ne nkyana o eni wudi fo no a ono ye ne ya se akwa we de wo yi secret ntie nkokunu no o ye na adwen se masa akwa wo ha adwen ye nkofa ne pre obo se masa na a stop no se jai asem na wo kana no kure we need to rethink if say nwanwa say akasifo na ya be bom mu degree ya mama ye PhD ni doctors de Ghana na se omunsa no sa secret we akwa totohwe aba we ukohunu we nwoma be na okan ye na wanpo na ka kire no a wotimi review sa secret we nyina ama Traore asade abeto so asamene ne meeting we kura kire kasa kire Ghana for mabunu se monsore mumensole keke eye demonstration obi anya ohwe peaceful one ye koda parliament ye si afede ye hunu samu akura mo ne mhu obi ne control mu ni nyina ye hu anything na don mama say wunni president da wuntimi nkana asem because wunnim di wo control aban no anything na president ko for say ye pom me che wo Some nim de boy. Some are not den no. Some sabini krum. Enti wenu nyina be asemo a edadwa bunai. What? Ya di democracy na tum. Democracy no ye ni adwuma ya ye di demonstration na pre. Bibiara ye pese ya ban no enye emayen no. Ye di demonstration na ye nkonko ya eno so mabom motom agogongongongong. Nini opo Kofi Brenya. Keka ho na ye ni wachi na sa na Nyankopɔn atretre si no mu. Binum be kasa ni binum so na fi nyina so ni akeke ho bu. Na fi ya start ye betimi dia start ye firi ya. Ye dia ko wia Ghana. Na wi ase nyina hu sampa ye ni ambre. Eno anu no minia. Na Ghana de ono ni anu nyam bia o ba bi.
Yo. Bani that's it. Yo. Ebusia ni efiura na a long last watch church and in sermon. JCOB.
Abe, good evening.
Ajizai.
Hello, Abe, good evening.
Sala no our problem.
Abe, who tell me good evening?
Hold on.
Hello, Abe, good.
Say Sala and we no still or Jenna home and nampa or Ginny yeah. All right, thank you very much. If you're watch our dream, JCOB, good evening.
Yeah, fine evening, Abe. Me chair what tea for you now.
Obia Joso.
Chair a few, me chair corner, me chair the Fred, me chair Safu, me chair Saibu, me chair equal Kudanimes, me chair Obia. Abe. And none of me throw caption be now. You see, a crow 99% of the leads only a confor 90% are only religious leaders, no, only criminals in the Lord. Would you say criminal conanim? This a union leader or wakukudru. Mahama or person be BBO or good intention, but on yakukudru. Because Mahama wakukudrua. When you say MP na or Kasano, or see all my information. On him say or your MP. Yent mean chin. Yent me invite you, just say omuko bisa permission from Parliament. This a Parliament mahu kwan and some I bet me invite you. And so even Sabiana they invite Sir Reverend now or your MP now. This a omuko bisa kwan Parliament before bet me invite you. And nothing omufa omuhudi sao. Because of person obey at the papa be amo minor. You know the BNI, you know the CID, you know the police. Assembly anchor, you don't need to do press conference because who a press conference the corporate would divert everything or maybe divert bibia or change bibia our system. Why can't you go to the appropriate authority to submit the investigate what you have your evidence to them for them to do proper to catch those things. You see, no cry war baby can anytime NDC bear power biano cocaine smuggling a cost rupa Ghana dear yenny chin yadwa MPP tab a cost the same thing because me kai 2022 just news ya eba bonti ebe kan say cocaine wenu akosrupa but MPP for no omu ye silent dealers the NDC for no they be omu be bia e backfire adenti because enye penifo no na eye a fast small channel but MPP for no eye big penifo no na eye nti omo kata so me see 2012-2013 mitima penny bi kaa mu a ye kohwehwe asasi wo East Legon to build a hotel na omo nim say me ye Ghana ni because Minister of Security then over Togo no ono na refer me senior brother to that party no mitima omo kaa mu no omo fi say me fi Togo nti me nye Ghana ni di omo kaa won krankasa mu bia no abe me ti bibia from A to Z enu na yedi ma yenkrofo no 2015-2016 na yedi fa to kro bia mu di stop wo mu loophole no enu nti na wo se hopes na do ye kasa onim nyama bebre na die hopes na do ye ka no e very true yemu bi ye jaya adwuma bia wo ha e be ye adwuma e wo grounds but uko grounds wa abe tamben ena bisada the first tamben na me start catch that the first Kennedy has to go to presidency that the first said there be no Kennedy dey on pay me see that the Fred me see who comfortable region Miami bi kra you susu say obi anim papa no people know him ama na do ye kwa koso omo wo ho enti uko grounds the people want Kennedy but say Kennedy bet na teach say godfather best support obi no nkofo na o support omo no omo nkasa omo ntimi nto shoe omo wa politics and some omo ntimi to t-shirt and shoe ebe de na sani panu ombokro no because oni adwuma ye politics no na ye na adwuma enti umma na appointment obebokro no because on himself or few years say aban change e be yi na di free ho o continue fi obedi dey enti e ho no behwehwe sika dia university enu ti sankrofo no obebokro no at all cost because omutintina officer say minister all project eba billions of dollars a project eba na onu continue fi as a minister ubeka tell me say ni pay ye 2,000 or 5,000 Ghana a month ade obebo oyo Jesus Christ kro obebo kro no enuntina ye pe dia owo sika owo japade waye ni japade dada on pe kro no japade obetimi ni japade no kwa dia boa kro no enu na ye pe na mi catch that difference ye call rounds no obia se Kennedy amba omuntu abawo osi saa mi si daddy wo de fa wasuntie suma nkrofo no mu nkogran no mu nkotie nkrofo no kogran no saa no mu kan Kennedy ba oba no ono ani pe na odi ba yo eye grassroots no na push Kennedy so ombra because time na so mi si but me about 10 times or lose 10 times.
I don't know. I don't think say a problem. So what can say about no. They don't care about that thing.
No, they care. They care. Only few people now. Almost say about a week. About me about. To say the way Akufado now mu chance mu bo krono no say about me about me a week at na Akufado to bet some bo krono more e dey reach omu no mu pe ba omi awo. Omu na mu pe ba omi a. Me see who call typical MPP for nche omu pe ba omi awo. Omu ni say ba omi a onye MPP ni o. E Akufado na di ba omi a be share MPP kon. Ba omi a onye MPP ni ba omi a na nkasa ni papa nkasa NDC ni. Baumia was never in the MPP. Akufado Nedi Baumia be share MPP ko so that Oboko Nuna Baumia bet me the pen. Omuko Yasi Kana said Sikani 10 million. Baumia the pen bet draw 20 the account. And nothing on the Baumia ba you. No say the Baumia ba so Ghana. No, because Baumia a Bank of Ghana. nti onim loopholes na muko physical farm no no da how the channel ebetimi afa so that omu lutu a and backfire and nothing on the baumia ba you mu bi anti ase entem during the second mandate na ye to about 2020 no na ho sana omo start ade no dada but enam say covid ba ye no ntinu we were focused on covid. Obia was focused on COVID. And until nobody saw it coming. And no say COVID be see ya a honor loopholes host nankasano start a show. A honor microphone show mu say what? Ade did ya nya mu wo akufa do pa na wutimi yes a janyama we. Eyede na omu japade document ni leki ye ebedu Marie Sema Marie di Maya ye publish ye. Japade document no Marie Mwaka Bodu nsem na beto first. Family meeting no mu call ye den na beto how do you call her
Marie
opim so dedi epeto opim so yiri nsem first. Ena di ba Marie ho ena Marie di seni di kuma opim so yiri se hwe di obusan fo mu ye. Hona Marie di ma journalist for na elikie Marie semna de no beto first ade no busia ku bi na omu plan sa de no de omu plan na no omo execute one by one mi si Gabriel Chidaku oye billionaire ene Asante Bedoko billionaire Akufo-Addo nankasa oye billionaire enso tama ye campaign 2015-2016 Akufo-Addo na only up to $100,000, even $50,000 crowd account. So, adopt one police station. Even Akufo-Addo koton ni papa dying UK. Emma, any sister penny wenchi. Emma copy your court. And then Akufo-Addo a billionaire. All in the name of say wabe mampeni. African kwana we bet me happen. And me happen what Europe da. Say mampeni. In then France Sarkozy what who kwaya omudi faso say our prison Sarkozy were prison because oye mampeni that antinu omuma immunity obe share bracelet e woni 9 up to 5 years enso enye eye bakunu no enye omutimi judge omu head of state because e obokro no yeso obokro no Libya financing campaign keke enu na omu jina so edi bonu kwedu ama e copy kota omu sentencing in 5 years another ones who ho e kwansu ba enu so omu be judging adiano ye bibifo no generational obianya akonya na se okodije ade ankabaumia oye businessman na se ono asinipe ni bottom se obesi Palugu dam na se o the 13 or 15 million dollars e di ma contractor so mu si Palugu dam okọ ho a wan ko ho nu obe ko di contractor no responsible na so won no responsible we be sa question
hey I didn't responsible
thank you and I'm say enye ono ni sika eyo man ni sika ntinu omu chesa sika no die fala bisabaumia what is the Palugu dam eye baumia nankasa ni company ni Ghana Electricity ECG baumia bema obi contract onko create hotel embeji ECG sika ansana nipa na tiniti perform e di ECG de na mano ama ECG aboka more than $1 trillion. ECG entimi to petrol and the finance and the assess all the plants. This is a free petrol and some bet yes a finance your plant. Yes, I get light. Se baumia company any ECG or one kasa obet me ama contract ama obiso onko kreti hotel embeji ECG sika every nkrofo and sana wo dia ma ECG ama onu percentage wo mu ana ada ECG fro no omutimi nji Omusikana. Yeah, ECG Nana or managing the affairs. I don't think about Miyako critique. I don't think about Miya free power now. The contract between Coptel and ECG cut at once. And you're doing sir. And you're doing Omukotra Sika or Ghana commercial Ghana Bank of Ghana at the expense of Parliament, because we can't be over Bank of Ghana betra be yourself and for Parliament, but they cut money. We are NPP new and so we for Bonin by Yenka because Yanka a crono and ye da. Nkofo bakwa omu boy from pa ye yahifufu because they are part of the problem we have now. Because say ahifufu no has to do omu grounder. Me sure say galamsey ya ekosin dindindi bekosu sa. Yem have true say ye manipa no concession from Accra. But no nkofo enenu nsuo na ewo region ho. Itu say wo jaye omu na so mu say nsuo no sa na. Nkofo enya heart disease, enya cancer disease omu ko hospital no. Nkofo nso na omu ye galamsey ni wuntumi ni nkofo na hifofo no mu ye galamsey no. Yeah, but cancer treatment machine Ashanti region in Kofano Teaching Hospital they can't finance. Want to me born to sell a cotton arsenal $1 billion. So $1 billion sell a cotton arsenal. Cancer treatment machine in Kofano Teaching Hospital. Want to me anti-Myanmar even $10,000 cancer move servicing machine. It has to be Kennedy Japan. From Eastern region to come doctors Efin Kofano Cheko Su Treno. Emma Kennedy from Eastern region to see Ashanti region ebe Tuasika. Ada Kennedy in Tuasika no krano. Bruni ti Kennedy dino si Kennedy intimate service machine no. Obet minim said papa honest obet mi atuam. Adentina papa no service machine without getting the pay because otidin Kennedy Japan. Kennedy Japan a marketable. Who say obi ka asemfo bi fa Kennedy Japan wa. Yes, Kennedy Japan ni pa boni because on himself the caption to ho Kennedy Japan. Ni pa pin beba be hwe, beba be tie no. Ama na nya sika from YouTube. E di Kennedy Japan oye access. Kennedy Japan institution to study. Oye reincarnation of Kwame Nkrumah. Sankrofo they come once in a while. When we say Burkina Faso, time omu free Thomas Sankara no, omu 40 years, 40 good years to get Ibrahim Traoré ne. Shedia Ibrahim Traoré ya. Pepe say Sankara. The speech, fact Sankara speech, never Ibrahim Traoré speech. Difference in him, dear Sankara be ye any day Ibrahim Traoré ye. Difference in him. Sankrofon, they come once in 50 years or 40 years or 100 years to come. Entina ye katre Ashanti region delegate for say. Mudi mu chimba. Ediachi ekoji 40 Ghana, 1,000 Ghana, 10,000 Ghana TV. Ene TV na say. Ene sikana mukoji ya numwadi yewi. Problem no ewo kwansu ba. Itu se mu dream mu mada achi ho a mu voting man nia obeti nia dibie asumusu chiribasu because the ewo kwansu eba no huge and we need somebody like Kennedy Japan to change the destiny of this country because we Ghanaians we are very born bad and we need a destiny helper like Kennedy Japan to see the regions, to foresee what is coming from the region. Every region has to develop its own self from what is coming out of the region. Let me develop a region. Without say, you better go free sikawa manoni ediaba. And you Kennedy can also the tourism kwa. but change the fortune of the site na tourism attraction one. A whole MP, a minister, see or the year Bema tourism kofobaba besu a year amomwa or moi ton so bolo. Maybe some who say yes, papa we a professor. Sap minister no professor. And nothing I catch you say, yeah, obia or school. Oye PhD holder, oye professor no na ewo nyansa. Ye wo fie nyansa, and ye wo book mu nyansa. Ebu omu ye true and poor. Ombetimi akasa emma every fact. But enam technical on the ground, they don't know anything. Yes, sir, the whole minister the catch you say or the a year there tourism. How 21st century? People are innovating. Who called Dubai, and Yankwa, or Martin Dani Dubai, and the issue, and the Pukra, and Echo Dubai, Ama, and Omaya Dubai, the very first tourist attraction. Comme Morocco, Bra France, Hane, Spain, tourist attraction. Every blessed year, more than millions of people come to this country just for tourism. Just to see, just for tourism. Tama Kennedy Banu Omudi coming from America, we now get together no muya for free America buying. See the money they generated, the government generated from that we now muya. That shows you say Ghana is a center of the world. Say you propagate who here. Na say the Ghana too baby Ghana send Ghana. You see, nkofo yentimi nyanyensa enjiska. Che Arab land ye wo north. Ye be catch you say north ye dua cashew nut. Nso ye ni one factory. Be process cashew nut wo north. Omudua nkatie ye ni one factory. Ebetimi aye nkatie oil. Groundnut oil and Ghana ebetimi supply the whole Ghana and the whole Africa. Ye wo cocoa, ye need one factory ebetimi process cocoa no wo Ghana. Ye wo coffee. Ghana dia coffee. Ye need one factory ebetimi process coffee wo Ghana. Ghana dia Evia no eye dua bia omu yi plastic wo mu. Uko from we echo Libua. Ufi akana se uko Libua. Omo dua wo kwan hu sa akoshi Libu. Sa train sika papa. Sika papa because sa train bet nya generate sa plastic no. Ye wo plastic ayenya wo petrol na ye wo plastic ayenya wo sa train no. Sa train na ye friend no Evia no. The plastic no who the two former ebet me a degrade and when I the best one apple for no pepper in Ghana. And so yantimi any factory or Ghana bet me a process plastic round Ghana. Ye bamboo or Ghana and to any factory bet me a process two stick round Ghana. Ye crack two stick every China the back. Na uwa leader say na se opeso be bua mu a bisi MPP no nye MPP for na MP Kennedy asemu eye de class elite be kakra bi a omu pe obi ade pe kwase a oni ni be di agro obi ampe nyansani a oni be di agro because abe hu ho no we nyansani mi mpe wo agro because meaning say I can't cheat you, mean cheat you also. Nti obia pe kwasia odi ni bedi agro so that they bia no onu benya profit na kwasia no aboka. Enuti na Ghana every blessed day no we keep on electing wrong leaders, wrong MPs because obia pe kwasia odi ni bedi agro. Wanu sikania wajimida. Obia wanya sika wanu sa wajimida. Enuti na nkrofo kan wontumi a wontumi onduri you. Just say or fie nyansan but or person be portray ni good ni school nyansan only bie enu na ama wontimi aye ni hu ti say Jimmy because wontumi on Jimmy here on in pass assassino or say assassino the gold. Yes, stop to me and say man near Galamsia be one or let me be a company or let me be factories. But and I'm say on or say assassino the near scanantino on be a factory on be a factory china. But yes, stop to me and say yes, is in the machine in Galamsia now. Won't me be a factory china on Jimmy ye on in the oye. Sikanibian Jimmy ye. One say Kennedy Koye no the Kokumasi no dia na okoma street light. Omo street light any 100,000 Ghana because on himself with the street light no ebema ehom na be yesham so that conform on betimi hu bibia fort no efriba in the night. Because ehoye tuma conform so be wurumbi bonye for no so be wurumbi Emma, a best babium, but a more light, Emma, a hoyer shrimmer, a best topu, win, Emma, or the Ogusu, Emma, more advice. Ma Munia, Adriani, Ewo, because Adriani gas ni light, and yet, Ma Munia say, this is a leader for you. This is a leader for you. Yet now, Bamu 8 years, Mahamadi 4 years. 3 and something years the year Keditia phase 1 or started phase 2 and a monko opposition. Ye the 8 years phase 2 no kwano yantimian tachi kwan say ye konwi eban say en yantimian tachi phase 2 Mahama started Kumasi airport ye no international airport ansana okoye ye ba ye no ye see ya yiri Kumasi airport and so flight beyond me from anoni and see Kumasi airport this a local flight pe and so you see Kumasi International Airport. Sikano kohi, Sikano more allocated the kohono, me MPP ni that I will not support my party blindly if my party go wrong. At the end of the year, Yankasa because ye soon Ghana, ye soon party. Because at the end of the day, say Ghana say yeah, you don't have a party. But say Ghana yeah, then we have a party. I believe say MPP. A party bet me aboa Ghana but with omo dia nim abe me di twa to no wo ye kristoni wo a wo ye kristoni abe wo ho a wo ye kristoni wo obi ti se aduma ku be fi ebe na wo kristoni banya gidie di aboa mi a me ye wo nia kristoni a me hia de afri wo nchen wo bet me aboa mi no wo bet me aboa mi ana se medjuma sei se medjuma ma ba America ne Amini Jumaye, Amini Bebida, I'll bet me a mammy, Bebiada, I'll bet me a do Obi Krata Cradi, a Shusha Juma mammy. Me a Christo new, but Usrumi chain, Obia, oye, Onya Christoni, a banny saying, because of a bibu to say Aduma Kupefi, anyhow a consumtinu, mean who are we a Christoni, Usrumi. Because she be a Kennedy Yama Aduma Kubefi, Akufa Dubai no or Sanadi Aduma Kubefi, a Juma Aduma Kubefi Yama Kufa do. Radio station to radio station. I'm a Kennedy Bejino the two Netu, I'm a Oman, a Juma on a two, and Manaketia Manika. Because I am the big Ketu Kakredi about Miabema Aduma Kubefi, fear the way Aduma Kubefi. Tini Gina platform so ya a Kennedy port or the Kennedy and if you are man when you are see wabe. And a dena a china send me down just send me a Christian no bet me abuaniana.
Debbie
Abe Nyami ni baby ao who ya minyami because Nyami Christo Kase say one yama uniano one yamami because who ya minyami be ya unyami. Se mitimi yema wa enam nyami na efa me so di yema o wo yema me a nyami na efa o so di yema me nti wo ye kristoni me ye kristoni na se wo betray me sa e ye den na achina che obi ba me nche with the same problem am matimi aboa ne pa no enunti na say we have to change our mind set enuna Kennedy kan ye no say the first 100 days in power as a president, he will start conscientize the mind of the people. so that omubenya GDA ewo omo akasa omumu say I can do it. Nintimi mbokro no because me bokro no a obi na ewu because krono enam krono ya mebo ewo kuku board we no. Ebema obi hospital be free. Ebema obi onya access to gas ewo hospital for operation. Bi enam krono ba ko ami boy. Say ye gidi say ye Christo man ampa. Say ye didi say ye kramuni ampa. Enam one krono a wo bonu nipa 100 enewu enam krono a wo bonu nti. Unkwa krono ba ko a wo bo as $100,000 a krono a wo bonu nti no e nipa 100,000 enewu. Enti wo gidi say nyame ba ene a ye a ye say ye Christo for no yebeko eswa himfi ana. We are very wicked to be called a Christian. Adentina Brofofonu, they don't call themselves Christian. And so on him say, what in bossa chrono because of bossa chrono people will not have food to eat. Brofo politician umbo, we are too wicked to be called a Christian. We are too criminal to be called a Christian. That's why I say Ghana is not a Christian country. We are fooling ourselves saying a Christian country. We are not Christians because what we are doing, a Christian cannot do that. Christo ni asofo unim say unimba no owojiri owokunu eso uda ni yiri hu usori fi ho na ba preach say ye ko esoro anfi esoro ben na ye ko and you did say nyame be fa sankrofo di akoto heaven. Omubeji bribe ewo gate nanu ansana ubetua bribe wo heaven gate say Ghana pastor ana Africa sofo bi kran eko heaven na ubetua ye betua bribe ansana yaura heaven.
All right,
because say ubeti me aka say my good offering, my quality offering was asinesu nanya dan wo esuru a na che say okodu suru dia enye quality a good offering na ubetua asara we heaven. We are too criminal to be called a Christian. Abemi de Manosi.
Yo, JCOP, thank you very much. Another Wakasa me 25 minutes. We are made the invoice, Bebra. Why? All right, thank you very much, Abusia. And my point is yeah, Juma. Ni studio no where you say me kobuya. In term now, if it's the end of this month, I wouldn't be here, God willing. Just say me kobuya na. Ejuma wamo ya na etimi ekoso wano. Iti mo ntimi nka. Na just say me kwa kotu ejuma no so fi. Ewusia yeyan ntiasa omo ye adwuma pa Ibrahim Mahama elidima wonomo eso eye Nigeria ni a COVID levy ono na ekɔ bottom na eye pintam pa wonomo ebra hu yie enso mpenfu kyese de ebede ana ofunu enkwa nti de edron de emse insenso ne pechi sa na tia na nsam no de utietie bia utum se Ghana ya kechi ampa dabi and the one na
Omampanin dada na Narudan Kokufuado ne baba no ombekwa akohwe na akofa na abaka ne kunu ho. W. Nyono. Sorry, a slip of tongue. Nyono. Na amanfo nkoka senso so enna ye bibima bibi akoka bibi dabi bibi asansi ye nti moma ye na yenta metwuku ne yenhwe de besi efise se eye no krese eye owrafo no ejuma wo mu efiase no mo de bakọ awie me ehu nsunsanso de a moma ye mo abaso na ejuma no de omo ye bi pa ora
I was here on Ghana TV. Penchen, and I said the Ekosui, a Nigerian businessman beer or Ghana, a friend Ben Peters, or no, and now Mokochina, I giddy or and I'll blockade estate beer or Chesane dine, I was our estate or Sa estate, no, a Ben Jubilee House, Aurora apartment, or Kanda. Anona estate yoko blockade estate honum no Mr. Ibrahim Mahama on which I say ne dine hobi Spanish ambassador and so ne dine hobi I just say a pay blockade estate within 3 hours mujina ho just Spanish ambassador is your bonenia nisu officer unya kwan wako an apartment just say akugu down for and a tisa ebiaye ho and oko blockade nyina ne say sa estate no ne dine ho e makumako 8 a dan no hia ho keys omo develop sa estate Trazako for omo emfa keys ni man na so block sa biaye no na no na national security etiye na police for tiye omo ko ho a chese gidi ne mema na omo ho be 60 ya chimu 25 na ne car so national security for FI omo chese cars ni bi wo no ma police badge ni siren ni no ma bobo ho a omo nim ba bi okonya sa na omo ni free na reporter na esa etwagu say Mr. Ibrahim Mahama ene baye ema national security etimi eche Nigeria man ya friend Ben Peters fi se no de ho asie wo dan ba akumu na so deputy director of operations Mustafa Gbandi HSN no kre national security for na che papa no che ni nkofo bi eka ho SRCZ ne car eno nti yenko tie Mustafa Gbandi emra.
Why is this Nigerian businessman Ben Peters under arrest?
So good afternoon and good afternoon to our cherished listeners and my brother at the other side. What's happening is that this morning around 9 a.m., we received a distress call from the apartment, which is about 800 meters from the Jubilee House, Nora apartment, you know, the 37 vicinity where the Ghana Water Company is.
Right.
We dispatched police officers to go there and only to receive a report that there are a couple of young men dressed in black suit, armed to the teeth, have blocked the entrance of the apartment with about 20 vehicles. They won't allow anybody to go in. They won't allow anybody to come out. So I actually followed up myself. They would not budge. And all of it was at the command of businessman Benedict Peters, who claimed that the apartment, the residence is owned by Tasako, and that they have failed to give him multiple keys to a number of apartments numbering up to about 8 he owns on that building.
Right.
That is why he has blocked the place. So we ransacked all the boys, picked them up. We requested that since he has blocked, roadblock is a crime.
Right.
The police should take him to the police station. His refused. Were told that anybody who comes up, he will fire a weapon. And so we called for reinforcement. We managed to arrest him, and he's been sent to police regional CID for further interrogation. We this same individual, we found him owning a number of vehicles using police sirens. You all know that siren vehicles are not allowed for private individuals in this country.
Right.
He owned a number of pickups with floodlights, sirens, and all of that. He's running a team of police, a team of security individuals. And you also know that you cannot run a police, a security organization in this country if you are not permitted by the Ministry of Interior.
Right.
And then we found in his possession a number of SUVs unregistered, numbering about 20, Escalade vehicles, very expensive, high-class vehicles, and a police motorcade, of which a number plate was not on it. All of these evidences have been given to the police for further interrogation.
So let's start one by one. So first of all, you encountered some men dressed in black holding weapons. Are they state security officials, private individuals?
These guys were not on our interrogation, are not state officials. They are Benedict Peters' personal security guards.
And they are holding weapons?
These were concealed threats. I have not seen a gun, but they told the officers that if they came in, they were going to fire. And that was what caught our attention. And this was just in close proximity with the Jubilee House. And so we went there, and truly the guys were there, numbering about 60 to 70 of them. Hey! The whole place was flooded by his voice, all dressed in coats, black suit, and inner shirt, with police pickups yielding sirens. And
have you heard about Ryoko Pro?
We are never safe at all. Not a bit. Debbie,
is when our worry became very intensified. And truly we found a number of things, under his under park of the building where they park the vehicles, including the motorcade. And I was wondering why a private individual would be this powerful in our country, rubbish our laws, does what they want, render citizens helpless, and actually keep them at rampage. It's unlawful. And so he's been handed over to the police.
What about
further interrogation.
What about the men you met holding weapons?
We've ransacked all of them.
So they also arrested as well?
Them. Yes, we ransacked all of them. Okay. They were arrested.
So apart from the vehicles you found in the premises, you say you was also keeping certain items. Which other items did you uncover?
Apart from the vehicles in the compound, we found a number of SUVs, sophisticated SUVs, without number plates, unregistered vehicles, and then a police motorcade. So all of these will be investigated by the police. Why a motorcade was parked at that residence, at that garage.
And are you able to tell whether a police officer was involved since you came across a police motorcade?
We did not find a police officer or any regular or official officer in this matter. They were all private young men. His own built-up army of young men. He equipped them with vehicles. The vehicles all have floodlights and sirens. And so that was surprising. And I'm wondering if he runs a private security company. Even if you do, would you have the right to deploy such young men to, block a road, block an entire building at the expense of other Ghanaians and diplomats who live in that particular building, only because the owners or the managers of the residents have not given you keys? And that is all it is, keys. And so we have asked the police to invite the managers or the owners of the residence for investigation to ascertain why we got to this level of disruption.
All right. So you know how many people have been arrested?
A number of them, about 20 of them or 25 of them.
Me mind Ghana. Sadrin de Babano no Manu Ankasa no say yeni sabe control biya wom obiya ya de opente bede na sabin producer ohoho embe ya tumi 70 men ehihye suit ebo no ho ban ewo Jubilee House Ghana mbano chai this is serious. This is very, very, very serious. Where the Matthias say ye? Hey! Ghana for you. Among na ye timino, aho abajiafa. Hello.
Abre.
Yeah, to say.
Boko, good evening.
Yeah.
I do something.
Oh, me akra me pon mate.
Yeah. Prince Frimpong.
Yeah, me who.
We ayana na Akufo-Addo nsa no.
Na nsa no adwuma no bia.
Nsa no adwuma. Akufo-Addo say guy we na no run airport during the COVID no. What is say we na Nado handle your friend say airport no man no. No ni be die tu mu. AD say scanner or we say scanner ko Nigeria say guy we. Say guy we. You mean sika wo shimi wo airport no Ghana airport ni sika ketwa. Sika we wo shimi wo Ghana airport one ni sika ketwa nti uti news na uti guy no comments because ni kasa na obete se obeka se nanado true nanado na ona na ran ka uti na daji TV ya ETC ya na wo bitima ko Nigeria Ghana ni wo bitima ko Nigeria na Nigeria government a handle Ghana Nigeria airport amawu Ghana ni se be handle ni bisaw
for where
enye Ghana nkwa na nado wotima ko so low ni bidi atu wotima handle Ghana airport the wo ni Ghana airport kese ba kope se media man Nigeria ni se all handle for COVID obi 2.3 bujire ba sika wutue nyina no akwa percentage wonyo ni sika ketwa abe mako Nigeria pen matro Nigeria 3.5 years abe who see the Nigeria for pound monetary tier Ghana for pound Nigeria abe osibefem Nigeria the Ghana for mani huna Ghana for hu Lagos no anku for we ni nam Ghana pa obekai se mrebi kini the Japan be fighting condemn Nigerians the bad behavior mu behave Ghana among kini the Japan kwa be ka say me Ghana ni bi no betima behave omo bad behavior omo behave no Ghana no
yeah
ama kan kura ka say mrebi no kototo spare parts or she na bra boas no cause ama akonfo kram Roberts ko robo no okay yeah me say be Nigeria for that come medical adansa that come friend ma bo Nigeria for sorry Nigeria for especially Yoruba for hey no what you need to do go ninti wo Ghana ni kura da betra airport wo kura na odiji scanner what me handle over man unim because the ex-wife no or Nigeria ni Nigeria nanado ex-wife no ni mane papa ni mane mame no or Nigeria that is the whole you know inti mame no ema obekom no na mame na de akwako uduase na wakoko introduce you be the ama nanado ama obeko handle the whole Kotoka airport.
Wow.
Na COVID. Abata momo quarantine crofodi tu musika ni na me kasika o dey bisa plus. No one chose sika dodo an crofo we bi Nigeria ni we ebinyano
Ghana businessmen and women are more strong when you day. What to tell me what the contact ma
Abe wona woka what Abe wona woka se omani yade nda de tie nyina ni se enipa na ono wona ehwe Ghana nyina no se ni former wife and ni ex-wife bi na busuani na wabe introduce no wonu na sum na wo so won fa wi ma na o ano bibisa wo de count o ano mo timitu na na adofo mo ina bi Ghana woni timitu na na adofo we se obi a wo free akunwa no so aso still wo da so kuta MPP bibisa wo free so aso se won na say decide ma MPP say na president Kufuor yeye say na president Kufuor yeye na what you ko fact the whole Ghana ye airport ba ko pe Ghana niwa no ko fa letter ni aba betno say letter ni no o di amana as contract abi na nadu die no inti papa ya na me bisa no say inti so ko da anaso udidi a edia ya amanfo obo no inti ya wote Big Mac said the whole Ghana president, you know, one in the most, we the loser of all president of.
A man for soon who is our, so I am a generous no.
Oh, you loser.
I'm one in a man, no more come from none. What will you be? Yes,
Abi, ye kasi kapa, kwa we be free during COVID now, COVID-19. Sika na mesi akwawi ne better ono na wo manage o ono na no wo manage COVID-19 guy we na Nigeria ni we na no wo manage
na we na ayase na nado ba no ekuru no
Abi na nado na nkasa no en se ne munam tebre no no Nigeria for gro nti wo ti a on say say Nigeria for wo ayibi o mi ma tra Nigeria pen ba ni pese panyi o ka obi o beka se panyi na o ka se achen o mu wo ayibi o mbitima intrap with a ma ata se obi o mu ye o di ma bi nu osuma na o mo so sa o kasa de hwese a foreigner wetima ye bold atima kokope securities base 60 a block kwan we ya techi wo mu enkusi aga o
oh yeah enkusi aga
o mo mesi ya na no we used to na me friend am catch us here NDC abaya we ya bokro no o mu nyina ya big shark. The net can never fish them out. The net can never ever fish them out. We afinya market we no den the on say yi nkomra yi na cables ya ire nyina wo mu bi omunyina bi nti omunyina no omayo magese kini bi ba senyi ma we nyina no we shall see them no more any adibia ombeje waste any voice means bi ombeya ma kini bi omuma ne man omuma bi wo kini bi wo how comes and how possible say Nigeria ni say obaba be manage the whole Ghana International Airport no wo pija de amano o pija ma letter ni me see ya o A plus number o de A plus number maybe san say sika do say na kwawe before say omu yi COVID ni free so sika say no onye free Ghana adan na A plus your friend say okotena your friend say omu show you so sika no bo sika no me come chiro sika kwawe hwim ye no hwese obi oforo na wotimanya almost 60 bodyguard hwese wo yisu mo abi mi bu afu no se man ya kasa am fa papa ma o de mami nya abi afana nda mo ma bi panche
yo ebuzia se Nigeria fu nyina wono ma hihye suit bo omo boss ho ban. The first thing I said, Ghana and Penny for and say, yes, ECOWAS country, you have the right to travel to any African country, but do they have residence permit? To the extent of having police siren in their vehicles. Na police ni bi chire. If so na ketua and wenya kwenya and obo ban secretly. Se susuampa se yanum fu ya do mu kwese o mo so mo ye hwehwemu yie pa ubehunu se enye se track kenembom bribi we chire. It is very sad oh. Amana say oh. Kuya jina. Kuya jina.
Hello, Abe. Abe, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening to say.
Mitia Befuina, Nebusia, Jesse, Opie, everybody. Mitia will be Mijis will be somewhere. Abe, as I'm American, na. Maybe Abe Mano or Becasasi, Siano, Wakano. Someone kind in our society. Sir, COVID time now, Wufi. Abrochira na se wufi amonone ko Ghana with plane udu airport one my city COVID tax $150 ne de ka ho so ne de ka ho no my way ana neska no ekono ho papa ya chi ni anda ekufuado oh yes anda ekufuado enye no nko awo bibi fufu nso sa ka ho airport okro na no so o ka almost say about $80 million and a call the bottom just one more can some no cheche mu a time na ni nyina ne say nyamnya be man kai no wono na nado no woni Nigeria for na agrudo say the first wife eye ne man maame no o Nigeria ni wono na mrebi allegedly ye can say Captain Smart wode tra na yi no so na nsem ho baby a na wo ka sai wono Mahama de won na yire ti ko e wo steps so mani ngu na onye na danfo yire e nware na wo bona na nado ekutia no sa woman no wawu ne man maame no wawu Nigeria ni a je say kwan ofa so wiye no enye papa nti na Captain Smart e de bona na do ekutia tembia ana ne ba no jankromo se ho anwan so won se ne boyfriend o se wan no ne na wo no ono so ye Nigeria ni so no okupa do no ya Asante bedi etuo ne second wife e so ye Nigeria ni wono na adwuma wono na Hobson adwuma wa airport ho womo edi masa woman no Nigerian woman no ye bedi etuo second wife nti womo no mo Nigeria for na ebo sa sarin ka si a ye ka ho asemi enka se police ni bia na taachiri ekufu ado no ma na womo de ama order me ye de ama no a wono aso mu treating say special person bi etu wo sa aban asesa anka Ghana yenim ne ekoso anda sa ekufu ado aban no abe enema akoso na ye tan enema bebre na akoso a me sure say yenye hu emu kwatakra na some goes on ni nyina be piepie ekufa do abesai Ghana poto abesai Ghana sa asem ewuti bi da aba na ekofo wo so na say Lawrence na say Mahama any Atamils wo say bi kokoso so aba we say ye tu wo na mo we poto with 38% no mo won say mo epiepie enti ekufa do aban no de wa ba Ghana fo papa enti me dwi ho am ntia se ye bi mu ya MPP fo bi no ma ye wo mu ya se wo mu lusu ye ko so man lusu anka sansem we nyina nka ma out na ala tani Nigeria ni fo no krom a Ghana ni won tumi nkwa ono ni krom nkodi sansem fun na mama ne chance na ono te Ghana na chese Ghana na wa capture baby a what bi da some men in black suit no and white inside no yes wo me be say 60 to 70 ya chi mu be 25 no e dey no use wo mo e dey behind closed doors e dey no use sa men no e dey wo mo ye ab area ho na no sa asem we call so near Jubilee House e dey go for the we din someone papa sa kokorowa no we dig Ghana wu papa woni na busuafo Kenoforia Tani, Asante Bedi, Tony Gabi or Tredako, and one more crank. One dig Ghana for when some money pass. One walk on Yana Ghana for Yadi Danny and Negua Monting. Remember me bumper you, some go for we. 1 month opposition check. No more betchenso. Betcha pa, we would define Paboni for papa. Sayami and Patapa and Kagana for Winyans and almost our tuaba. Emma Bawumia. Radi Yankupon Kagana Fu. Kayewu.
Osayaba.
Kayani Baba Yahosono. Nako Homa Tongan in Yina, Naya Titimina Yahoku. Naya Gana Pona Kasankasani in Yanaka Yahoku. As a baby baby no. Ubaka Ghana na was say one cratter. What's Ghana was a winner a canison. Citizens a permit. Yeah. Other than that, no, I was so free, oh man. Come at trouble. I know about dear bonnet or much crew for flower, Guyana ho. Oh, a call who father the afaso. One was up a pardon, 1 year weddy. So I sent it and was also say by hook or by crook. 1 month here, 1 aboken, 1 month here, Alan, 1 month here, be our party, apart from Bawumia. Sir, a remote control, no, Bawumia remote control. Yes. One no mbedi na say one must had na bani nyina asem ni nyina ni say abia no manwie no ba beto so one no ye fo on betumi that no wada sorry no asori ko no ko but nyankopon ti ensi abia ma me fama no nsi na meti asem me wura ho say Ghana aden no wonder say one mutuma wo China fo ba wo man kasa dia wo ba Ghana for ya bimo and paying for it through a wine ye can say police for a more shuffle for politicians than I'm in Nenka. She said almost say and sass in issue. Now that you any papa and I am be Manchester you got in 71 Mausha a buffy 10 would you want to say? I mean, why? It's any drink a cracker. I pay for any pub for ya grow. Abe, my best man is why.
So, a number of these cases are already pending, only for him to, out of impunity, get to this level. And I think that we shouldn't run a country where foreigners take all of us for granted. And you can hold a whole infrastructure of residents to ransom only because you label yourself a big man. This is not Akufo-Addo's regime. This is a new regime where the law will work. Number one, as a private individual, you do not have the right to run an organized police or an organized security group without approval from state security. Also because you are a foreigner. Number two, you do not have the right to run vehicles with sirens and police flag lights on them. Number three, you don't have the right to roadblock, deny access to an apartment when you know that it's a commercial place and it is not the case that you are the only individual living there, but many other people, including diplomats. In fact, the husband of the Spanish ambassador was almost crying. All of them cannot go into their house, and that happened close to 3 hours. You know.
But Mustafa, this clearly falls in the region of a civil matter between occupants of an estate and somebody who claims to also own part of the estate. And I'm wondering why a whole national security will get involved, and then with people like yourself, even the Jubilee House, to get involved. The police could have easily handled this matter.
National security came subsequently. I was there myself. National security came subsequently. Initially, a team of police officers were deployed to the place. When they met the huge number of his bodyguards or his security team, they called for reinforcement. Reinforcement came from Greater Accra. And then Benedict Peters was hiding in one of the apartments. He would never come out. So they had to search for him. And so reinforcement came. By the time National Security got there, he was arrested and taken away. So National Security would then come and, impound all the vehicles we've seen there and do some investigation also to ascertain whether or not there are documents to it, tax have been paid and all of that. And so to the extent that you have a private matter with other people, it's not enough to roadblock access to other citizens to an apartment. Number two, it is not enough to raise a team or an army of a security team without lawfully being licensed or permitted by the state. You are aware that even in our own country, you cannot run sirens as private individuals.
Right.
So how is it the case that you have all these sirens to the extent of a motorcade in your apartment?
Hey!
So the media reports also suggest that Mr. Peters went into hiding and refused arrest until the president's brother, Ibrahim Muhammad, showed up at the scene.
That is not true. He refused arrest. He went into hiding. We looked for him, found him, brought him down before Mr. Ibrahim Muhammad arrived. He was also alarmed when he heard of the disruptions going on because he's a resident. Mr. Ibrahim Muhammad didn't come there to... Say that again.
Mr. Ibrahim Muhammad is a resident of this estate.
Yes. Oh. And so when I also spoke, a couple of individuals also called me because they heard I was there to find out what was going on, only to hear the story. And all of them are unfounded.
So it's not the case that Mr. Ibrahim Muhammad presence got him to leave his hiding place and then subsequently he was arrested?
Well, at the end of the day, the suspect is arrested. The police managed to arrest him. We got him, we brought him down, and then subsequently he was taken to regional police. In fact, the regional police commander also arrived even after the men have been able to successfully arrest him.
Okay.
There was no abuse, there was no any differences. Respectfully, we arrested him. I told him that, look, you have to hand yourself over to the police, go with them and make a statement, and then the police will take over from there. At the end of the day, he knows he's broken the law.
Hey, Ghana, Frankie.
Akabi.
Asidan.
Adumo, Akabi.
Yo, Kasakana Dana, welcome.
Many uncle, I don't know what Gani, excuse me, okay, Ghana Fanangasano. Nippano born was Sassido. Young County.
Young completed building.
Oh, I'm telling you, Young County, Akabi. Not no could never. Akabi, every NDC, they are bogus. So I shall mark Casimino Hatra, Adreno, what the Adreno or Bachaskini. The residents mean one or two in Allah, or be any power. Diplomat for Unya or ni power. Ibrahim Mahama pen of 400 Casano children, security for me our day. Now Kabi will please for no better, so Bakere cadet for. Nipa could please for 4 was a 5 for 2 months or more. Ankabi. Listen, concept in Kutine Ghana or Lokodo, Wali or Ghana. Today, BBL no or ye Juma. Them coffee, you can see the full quen wash one as you papa no go now cough. No, yes, or for Ghana in Jaguar. When my walk of Galamsino or China from Asako or Konoasana with you. Such people you alcohol, Ibrahim Ahmad for phone, not the front one. Watch when you are some original commander, waiting in the car, big order, or better Morocco. Useless. I can miss a good over the Ghana phone I do Jaguar, or your business when you know Wally. When your business are Nipo foreigner, Onya Kukudu, a kilo block road. A block with a permit. Now conform to 60 plus. I can be serious, I'm telling you. But today, cocaine deal look Yankabi, eh? I don't know look newa, Ankabi. Woman Yentina Yentina would be near steady, I didn't carefully, Ankabi. oye cocaine oye fruit no oye powder oye cocaine and so oye no kwala MP no olugu Ghana fu ni masi ole scatter Ghana pe wo molokodo no maso oye no kwala so dia government no olu for Ghana papa I'm telling you because of the quality should be obiant me can't why there wolu bocha skili easy o shobekere MP no o tumi wa bana nkasa no do anka bia no kwere me kachiro ne quality should be wa kwere MP na no pre no adno okodo oye cocaine it's such a person or Ghana nani big jakula government no o do waste the time kura do hear what talk of parliament the speaker release man baranka bi ni quality should be bakana won't wanka last me case me chore at which over for this speed wadi ya wanyamanewa abakwa na abachikira wanankasa wankwan ora ade oye ni nyina wane wotuma prosecuting sisiala ankabi anapa eyine show no was ya bari tame na ohui na me gold na container na wo show na ade no
sani na ye ora fujumedi a ye ma tip off last week no mu a ohun o ka ye hu adwuma nti
ankabi here watch the video carefully I mean with our stage I'm telling you
sir
ankabi
hey Frank so stage ya the papa
ankabi let me tell you all confess now okunwa ade no odo the journalist pure journalist woko no wa shade die but if you can acquire ade na wi na sana be bim there this is the container this is the Ghana here let's watch ade ni kefa malana po put we said na me go back to video na play ni na akono you were specifically mentioning Ghana bank one box ni how come the Ghana bank one box utumo oya dano hari obekere wo agenda bi won pada one about where the kind of matter with the stage so that if they start going to Ghana bank and for the Bank of Ghana no akoye bibi wo a where the Canadian sympathy no public so that what touch obiala Ghana fu nyina be yawe I'm telling you ankabe don't forget there now wali for them good board abana pere to good sikana ko nya wanfa oye Ghana sikia abi inti nyamalo ukodi nya kabe mesi ye carefully the way the guy was specifically mentioning Bank of Ghana one box ni one signature ni day akabe watch the video carefully na
media meka say Bank of Ghana sana tede anka mu nyina se ye pamo mu nyina free including Bank
very
of Ghana
good
government
anima in kamel baba ho picture na wo pedo wo paint magana for no our example wotu wa capture wa dwen asem ebutu ma ka fa ho dan the kind of ina na wo pedo what few go for na no no Bank of Ghana we chere wo ye bado Bank of Ghana betu me deal with fake dollars ankabe box no one do wona nka so wutu abobi pa chale for box mbe ne fon ko shaade ye fe yingum de misa kabi misi ora for na no anywa they were trying to paint MPP black able MPP na nkasa wona nkasa why a black mu black but we see abutel misi watch the video carefully stage room stage papa room momo bia ye de ndi saba fofo MPP won ye bufunti bibi ndis be bia no you true ya careful obefe nyina ndom I'm telling you I don't know allegations somewhat ba otinya or serious allegations of ogu Ghana no fi but won't you prosecute biala
why you
won't you mention them I did not ba out or serious but won't prosecute obia won't bo bia ni ntin samanfo na why da nyina la dollar no bibi akwa share no hwe ewo fi na ade nya wano tumi de kwhye dem container dem particular container no na aba time no wode kwhye ho aba month aba year no over for buy within a twinkle of an eye we to discover the money or one or more on tip off akabe I'm telling you they are trying to cook some few things be no capture Ghana for one agri so when they start executing nyama bia obutu capture state ni sikana gold na people will side with the NDC party. I'm telling you. The same party anymore. One and once another power. It means MPP, NDC. I don't trust anybody because I didn't want back out now. Or you serious? But when you reach single in Tetia, I'm telling you, the way the guy was specifically mentioned. Oh yeah, see the Ghana Bank of Ghana. Show one box and I miss play the video and watch it carefully. One of the then say they want journalists, security men work on the only one soldier pay. Only one soldier pay. Ankabi, they are staging some of the things just to win sympathy from Ghanaians. Don't forget, government in power. Government in power. I'm telling you, watch the video carefully. They are trying hard. In number between prosecute MPP no, want to move from back. The Mukokini issue there. MP no, all a drill one, papa. I'm telling you, all a drill one. But when now, why you do or a trying to show for so quite the speed at which or the back can answer me. Some catch your message. The Megano, what could she the man of the mamma the first time? The man or not. She's some guilty. Walk off for them young guys who will be defend the party. A black national security for or do a young way with it. Party boys will defend the party. That makes such a big idea of Bagana or Lugana full in the massy. Cocaine. Jesus Christ, and Kabi. But me, you want to be young tremble, young digest at me. Miss Wally stayed in your baby when the phone drink jargon. But I know a criticano. We will be good on Kabi.
Yo, thank you. I was there for Madame Winase. I bought no watch 8:05. Like I said, we're still working. Into me banner me chat time, no, so I want to say I need to go and continue the work with the people working in the new studio. Contribution to Twitter, and maybe a bit now you call your mind. Nti madam wase mamen check roll call na efi menkwe Bonnie Godfred dia obetwa Danimens Georgina Wusu Kimpolo Bakwame Osai Kwame Junior Despite. Thank you for coming. Ohima Ekuya Abiba Tano Oyuafa Asamo Ethichal JCOP Ikweku. Thank you, people. Comfort area. My main fat than immense. Hello. Okay. Thanks, Danny Ntim Danny Sanfrebium na me fawa na mapon. Falas Nevi here, thank you. Solomon Amankwa, it's been a while, thank you. Sherry, good evening to you, Sherry, and also to you. You see, I love you so much, sir. I know those in Europe, but you guys are awake because of this program. We na chese modo oman no ampa. Ewrade nhyira mo wate. Na onto na ene mo nkyira mo. Na oma mo na asomdwe. May God bless. I love you all. Masra say mo use top connect mamie. Especially those in Europe, Canada. I heard the top connect ajibia. Oba Americans so Maryland, New Jersey, Washington DC and Virginia. Munina mumbon preso na mo use top connect MIA. Na yame aduma yebesan edi show channel pa. But the morning show babramo. Good evening to you. Mia Makonta Pastor Foster Entry. Good evening to you and Mama Foster. Maybe some more to say. It's your bia. Good evening to you all. Mama Anaya. Good evening to you. Menim say am yadom mohoya papa my memfa last call. Hello.
Hello, Uncle Beku.
Papa.
Yeah, mpocho epuna na afre.
Mpocho yo. Martin. Okay. All right. Bye. Enti abusia sa pepepe na tie. Nyame ya duma ochira na pa. Ya baba and na 7th, right? And sasa boshumi etume wa ha. Enti se bosom ne so na muhum se menti studio ana chese yenwie ye adwuma ho nanso ye bewie. Akwana men cancer mebre. Na medema first person obe charge $10,000. I'm say, hey, uncle, sikabe na obubosu. Adia kakra ye di agron so bo says kinos bra sa won pese sound no be kwa abonten a high residential area am say na no so nje say about 10,000 na adwuma yaye no munda aye Dr. Joe asmame na Dr. Joe ne so masrenka ye nu bebia aya mo fra na munda na asma yen say aye hey anokwa momianka na Ghana fo ewa kwantumani abi se de se Ghana fo ntukwan enkotena kwantum kwawo wa dweneti mamfo ho ampa eninti na Jet Prime Block Factory abba ya toye boase ahwede Ghana fo hia se de mo amwo bodwase ne mpotem kaso akrodua ene wo mu afie chichi ne benche Central Region Winibane ade nyina wato adi kura Jet Prime fo ede Block Factory kenkirenche besi ho a eba ne blocks a yedi si dandia papa solid concrete blocks, hollow concrete blocks, pavement bricks and a sand blocks abedwaso na ne bonso wa hwam ho so ne modie pepepe betimi atode awpe edan bia awpe se wusi na de ye dekora ne se equipment a yedi si dan so mo age aboso a pibaros na ohia awpe se wo rent concrete mixer afei wono mo apetanka se etimi supply nsuo bebi a wo bia water tankers papa e supply nsuo e wo bodwase ne nipotem nyina Jet Prime Block Factory e wo kaso akrodua bodwase road wo de from Ahomatri Fosu 0241 888 031 and 0533 644 607. Ebusia Jet Prime Block Factory enye sako wasanso yosi adanfo se ope masons carpenters omo womnsa no ye fe pa ne medwuma pa ubetimi ababa high carpenters mason afo papa omo asa kosi udama into Jet Prime Block Factory edemu fua Jet Prime Block Factory esanso Jet Beauty Supply omo nuama nyina so fi America and abedwaso Jet Beauty Supply, body cream, papa, spray, deodorant, roll-on, hair cream, all kinds of perfumes. Nina abedwaso ubehum ewo papa number 2 opposite John Mensa Factory. Prayer Ahomatri Fosu 0241 888 031 and 0598 318 233. Jet Prime Beauty Supply. Omodi nuama papa efi America abedwaso Jet Prime Beauty Supply say adie bia muhia ade aye unipedua ho ama waye osono uba ho eta ho chapo.